For years, I painted vessels, containers, bowls, boats, canoes, lots with the canoe. And it was about my sense of identity and what I carry, and questioning it, examining it, worrying about it, feeling empty sometimes. And so this has been kind of a natural and interesting move from the center core to the extension. Hands and feet are really an extension of what's going on in here. And so it felt like a lovely way to express that at this stage in my life, so much of it is about caregiving or inspiring or giving back what I've been given. So, and the hands are very complex, very, very expressive. And so just in terms of rendering, it's a complex object. It's a complex thing to be trying to express, which was a nice challenge. I just loved working with the veins and, the skin and, yeah. So I'm telling people I'm painting a canoe, and they thought I was painting a canoe on a canvas, but yeah, I'm literally painting on a canoe here. So the grumman is in the paddling community, it's a rock basher. You don't need a lot of finesse to paddle a canoe like this one. You just, hit the rocks and get a few dents, but it's very sturdy and it can handle this stuff. And so it's very much about doing long haul life together. And the owners of this canoe, this particular boat has been put to pasture for the last 10 years. And so we unearthed it and cleaned it off, and friends from Fernie, and these are Gary's hands on the stern, and then Leanne's hands are at the front. And underneath are dozens and dozens of hands from people who have come through my studio, and they were willing to put their handprint on it. Had little kids and grandpas, and here's a little tiny one. Even had a dog print on there. But just this idea of lifting these relationships, and that's what community is. There's a very thin red line, and this piece is called Lifeline, and this thin line joins on to the wrist of the other hand. And all along the red line are fragments of poetry and love poetry from the Psalms, scripture. And I think those expressions and looking for those words are often what really solidify any kind of union. And then I threw in a ball of red yarn, and I just threw it in, and I thought, well, let's see what happens. This is what's happened. So this is people's contributions to this piece of art. Kind of messy, just like our lives. I saw this. We have an aspen tree in our backyard, and the buds, it was a February night, and the buds had snowflakes on them that the sun was highlighting, and they were like a blood red, and I thought, I gotta paint that. And so I took a twig, and I like the fact that it is tight with winter, and that they haven't opened yet. And so this is very much a prayer. It's a blessing. It's looking at the sanctity of life. Our lives are filled with moments of opportunity, and so this really has to do with a moment. This is a little calliope hummingbird. It's the smallest bird in North America, and the calliope, just interesting, the name calliope actually comes from the Greek muse, poetry and epic thought. And so, but the calliope, like any hummingbird that lights on a toe, is a really thrilling moment, and you will never capture that moment again, and it can just be the split second. And so just the magic of, wow, what if this happened? But it's called #beloved. So I just am curious to see where will it go. How will people hashtag themselves? And so it's been showing up on Instagram and all kinds of people, and just the the crooked frame and it's really been fun to see the play.